any of our officials, especially that are at any tournament early, Mervyn King practices more than anyone I know. He's the Vijay Singh of the darts. Vijay Singh, the golfer. Everyone said he practices too much, perhaps. Well, if you go to a tournament, Mervyn King is knocking on the door before our officials turn up. That's how early he gets to the tournaments. 4-5 hour minimum before he goes on the dartboard. In that respect, an exceptional professional. But the form of these two, you'd probably edge the win towards Ronnie Baxter with the form. But the thing about Mervyn King, he's got this electrifying scoring power that all of a sudden he'll roll off 2-3 legs, level 12s. So you can never think that you've got him dead and buried. And Baxter's a little bit of the same. I mean, like you said, they are both veterans of the game of darts, and neither won a major on the PDC circuit, but been very close a number of times.
Easy one.
And as you might imagine, they've played each other numerous times, 21 times in fact. Mervyn leading 16-6 with one draw between them. And they met here in Germany last September at Sindelfingen. Mervyn did reach the final of that event before losing to Steve Beaton, but he beat Ronnie in the last 32 rounds. So Baxter with a chance to draw first blood with the throw.
77.
But he will be back for the double 18. Another crack at it with King still back on 176. But King here looking to set up a finish should Baxter be unable to check out on 36.
Which he does. A 16 dart leg with the throw. So Mervyn, if you'd have told Mervyn King that Ronnie had won that with 16 darts, Mervyn would say, well, that's a poor leg.
140.
And he kicks off with a good score. Mervyn, a very keen golfer, so with a backache, he ain't going to be very happy if he can't get out on that golf course. Mind you, saying that in England at the moment, I don't know any golf course that you can play. It's all underwater.
Yes, you'd need a canoe to get around, I think. Most of the golf courses in the UK.
I think at the moment, I'm a keen fisherman. I'd go fishing in my back garden, there's so many big puddles.
But what's the betting? We get a few sunny days in the summer and they're calling for hosepipe bans.
You know that's going to happen. As long as we get a few. If we don't get too many sunny days, I'm off to the sun. Taking my wife and my grandson, who I have to say, at 20 months old, is an avid dart fan.
Oh, good.
Got his own darts.
Young.
Unbelievably how much he loves watching this game. Don't take too much on who he actually likes watching, but
140, only 125.
well, Mervyn King was going for ball 25 ball there. Well, this is a big check out for Ronnie Baxter to break the throw, and he's not going to do it, so Mervyn King comes back for 48 to level a score up. And at the moment, the game's simmering and ready to burst into some heavy score, and as Mervyn King tidies that up, pretty good.
So the first two legs going with the darts here. Now we've been talking about some of the variants of the darts that the players use, and Mervyn's darts here with these sort of notches on the barrel are
140.
quite different to a lot of the darts we see being thrown this weekend.
Well, the thing about the way Mervyn King's darts are, it's very easy, or easier, to pick the dart up in the same position every time. Because when you're throwing darts quickly, you know, like Ronnie Baxter does with a straight barrel, you're not picking them up exactly the same every time. It's impossible. But Mervyn King has a better chance of picking them up exactly the same. Like Yeli Klassen, with the way his darts are now, he can only grip that in the thumb and forefinger, you know, at the back in the same position. And we see Ronnie Baxter's a very straight barrel dart, very consistent in the ring, so he could pick it up literally a half an inch further forward on the dart or a half inch back. Well, Mervyn King, as we can see there, doesn't normally do that.
He took out a number of big out shots in his opening match, did Ronnie Baxter.
91. Ronnie 24.
Yes, Baxter beating Dimitri Vandenberg in his opening round match, but wants double six now.
12. Mervyn 50.
Well, a massive chance here for King to break the throw. Double 16. Double 16 it is for a break of throw. 3 clear darts at a double miss from Ronnie Baxter. And now Mervyn King steps up to take the throw and to take a 3-1 lead. And if you ever need a solid leg of darts, Mr. King, this is where you've got to do it. This is where you get control of the match.
Coming up next, it's Robert Thornton against Ian White. And then the third round concludes with Wayne Jones up against Gary Anderson. As Mervyn King notches up his first 1080 of this match.
57.
An advantage King now with that poor visit from Baxter, if he can. Well, that's the second time we've seen that in this match so far. Mervyn King doing a Robin Hood with his dart sticking in the flight of another one.
The only problem is Robin Hood, I think, one made Marion for doing it. But it hasn't hurt Mervyn King too much, that loose dart. He's still got possibly 6 darts now in front of Baxter, especially now. Well, this is going to set it up absolutely perfect.
90.
So yes, Baxter well behind in this leg. And King to go 3-1 up. He wants double 4 now.
Well, I said at the start of the leg, you know, he needs a really good solid leg. 14 darts. You're not going to lose many legs if you're thrown first and you clock out like that. A good, tidy leg, experienced leg from Mervyn King.
Yes, Mervyn's won 6 PDC ranking events and reached 3 other major finals. Also reached 2 finals of the Lakeside World Championships whilst with the BDO. And also made it to 2 European Tour finals last year.
100.
Can he go all the way here on the opening European Tour event of 2013? 2014, I should say.
82.
Yes, Mervyn, out of them tournaments he's won, he won 2 tour events on the same weekend, the Saturday and the Sunday, which not many players have done that. I mean, that takes a lot of endurance. You know, 8 hours of darts both days, and that was exceptional play from Mervyn.
Just gone a little bit off the boil this leg Mervyn, and Baxter will be looking to leave himself
139.
with double top when he comes back. So double top then to bring it back to 3-2. Double 10. Now back up to double 5.
And finally hits it. That won't scare Mervyn because it was on the Baxter throw. Mervyn knows he's just got to hold his throw and he can't lose this match now. Throw level 15s on your throw from here and he'll be in the quarterfinals. Just grabs the treble with his last dart to stay in front. And now Baxter's going to need 2 of those trebles. And they come down to the 19s. That's what he's done.
99.
Knocks that 9 off on the 3rd digit. So now 6 darts from here. Who can do it first? Mervyn King will have the first attempt. Oh, he needed another treble there. Because Mervyn King may only get a dart at the bullseye, but the same ton for Ronnie Baxter gives him a dart at double top. Well, he's going to leave 40, so he's going to have 3 darts at double top. This is a big shot in this game for Mervyn King to hold the throw and to go 2 legs clear again. 54 or the bullseye. Well, that is brilliant. I have arguments with players all over the place. What treble do you practice on the most? The treble 20. Then why don't you go for that if you've got to take it out? I like that, Mervyn King. You've just solved an argument for me.
Yes, no messing. Treble 20, double 15 to take out 90 and restore a 2-leg advantage. And a great start to the 7th leg.
I mean, a lot of players may have gone the bullseye. A lot of players now do go for the treble 18 on 90. But that treble 20 and the 20 is the only route. If you hit the 20, you hit another 20 for the bullseye. The treble 20 gives you the 15s. It's an absolute no-brainer going that route.
The crowd already on their feet, finding their voices and applauding another ton 80 this afternoon here in the Halle 39 Arena in Hildesheim, northern Germany. And can Ronnie take out a 1-6-1? Won't happen now, but he will have some time to leave himself with a 2-dart finish, with Baxter still back on 198.
134.
Well, certainly put the pressure on. Baxter's only going to get 2 darts and a double to hold his throw. 15 for double 8. Now over to double 4. Oh, and a great dart from Ronnie Baxter. And a little bit of a hand pump there from Baxter, which you don't see too often. Now, for me, this is the make or break leg for Ronnie Baxter.
Yes, it's turning into another cracking encounter on this Sunday afternoon.
121.
Nip and tuck, and still feel it could go either way.
60.
Not a player that switches very often, and sometimes, you know, when that first dart goes low, go for the open target. But both of these players, as Ronnie Baxter hits another maximum, and what a time to hit it. I was saying, both of these players don't switch very often. They tend to stay on that treble 20. Well, now Mervyn King is switching.
30.
Raymond van Barneveld awaiting the winner of this one in tonight's quarter-final. Barney seeing off Adrian Lewis 6-2 earlier on this afternoon.
Yes, was 2-0 down to Adrian Lewis, and Adrian Lewis was flying at the time.
96.
Adrian Lewis just dipped a little bit, and Barney picked it up and rolled off 6 legs on the trot. Well, he set it up pretty perfect to break the throw of Mervyn King to get it back to parity at 4-all. King, the last 2 legs, just lost that scoring power.
105.
Yeah, straight in, double 16. Certainly is in deadly form again, is Baxter on the doubles. To draw us all square at 4 apiece here.
83.
Well, certainly Baxter's picked up his form, as we see in his first 2 matches here in Germany. Against Dimitri van der Berg, the Belgian, the young Belgian. I mean, it was an exceptional game of darts from both players, and possibly the best performance I've seen of Baxter for a good 2 or 3 years. Well, this will help Mervyn King. Now, Baxter may get 6 darts from here. He's got to make them count. He's got to set it up. Staying on the 20s. Great darts from Baxter. Absolutely brilliant darts. Pressure shot here for Mervyn King.
Well, can't do it now, so Baxter will be back for 38. Will it be double 19 or 6 double 16?
Well, he's checking himself. Yeah, there's 38, Ronnie. He's going straight forward as well. Oh, and he's given Mervyn King a chance. Now, Mervyn King's previous 3 darts, I like the 25 with the 3rd dart, which would have left him 59, which would have given him 2 darts at a double. Now, if he hits the treble, he's going to get the 2 darts. Well, he isn't. He's going to get 1 dart at double top. That playing the percentage at a certain time, for me, works the 25.
Well, he had been hitting everything, but double's just eluding him, but does it on the double 4 to go into the lead for the first time since taking the opening leg here.
121.
Well, a bad visit from Mervyn lets in Ronnie Baxter to power in a big score. And it's Baxter now that's missing. Didn't really punish Mervyn King. So advantage still with King in this leg. Now we're going to see going to a tie break. And well, that's 6 darts without a treble from Mervyn.
Just needing this leg to win, Ronnie Baxter.
100.
If he could wrap it up on the King throw, all well and good, but he will have the darts in his hand in the 11th and deciding leg, if needs be, will Ronnie. King down to the highest finish of all, 170. Oh, well. How's your luck, as they say?
Well, I can assure you, Mervyn would going, thanks very much. That's exactly what I needed. I haven't got to take this 170 out now. But by doing that, he's opened the door for Ronnie Baxter. A 140 from here for Baxter gives him a dart at the bullseye. Well, all of a sudden, Ronnie's gone AWOL.
40.
Important moments in this match yet again. The treble, a single and the double, all on the 20s. Yes, he wants double top Mervyn King for 5-all. And we are going to a deciding leg here in this third round match in the German Darts Championship. Ronnie Baxter with the throw. With a place in the quarterfinals against Raymond van Barneveld at stake here.
Well, the last 6 darts of the previous leg for Ronnie Baxter were atrocious, but he kicks this one off with a 140, but Mervyn King comes straight back at him. Make or break in the deciding leg for these two players. And Baxter looks like he's got the form back. Oh, and as I've said that, slides one into the one.
Well, not a time to be hitting 24.
100.
It's ironic, Mike, they both kicked off with 140s, and then Baxter hits a bad shot, and Mervyn King follows him. Can he follow him with the ton?
59.
The answer to that is no, so massive advantage to Ronnie Baxter. He's going to get 6 darts from 180.
100.
Yeah, setting it up nicely to leave double top when he comes back for the match, with King still back on 278.
100. Ronnie 140.
So for the match and a place in the quarterfinals, Ronnie Baxter continues his good run this weekend. He's been playing some of the best starts we've seen of recent
2
times.
zu
The
4
veteran
lag
from
er in den
Blackpool
Legs
sees
zurück
off
und am
Mervyn
Ende setzt er sich
King.
dennoch
Up next on
durch
the main
gegen
stage, don't go
Mervyn
away.
King.
Another cracking
Ronnie
third round
Baxter
encounter
steht
coming
damit
up.
im
It's Robert
Viertelfinale.
Fulton up against Ian White.